While SNAP benefits remain in limbo during the shutdown, food pantries are seeing double the amount of people in need of assistance. Addie Miners is live from Calvary Episcopal Church's food pantry, where they broke a record for the amount of people served last week. Addie?
That's right, Rick. More than 500 households were served here at Calvary Episcopal Church's food pantry last week, and they estimate that's around 1,000 people, more than 1,000 people. And with SNAP benefits still in limbo, the folks here tell me they're worried about keeping up with that kind of demand. The last time we spoke to Margaret Dickinson at Calvary Episcopal Food Pantry, it was because they had served a record 164 households in one day, and they ran out of food. But that was 3 weeks ago.
It kept going up and up and up until last week it was 180. It's been chaos.
Dickinson says it's not just the same families coming in for assistance either. She estimates around 15% are new to food assistance.
They say, I've never been here before. I'm so embarrassed to be here. Can you help me? What should I do?
Luckily, Dickinson says they've been able to keep up with demand thanks to community donations, but the lines keep getting longer and the assistance from the USDA keeps shrinking.
We've gone through most of our USDA food that came in. It usually lasts a month, and I think it's going to last about 2 weeks.
Troy Burton with Highlands Community Ministry says they got 40% less from their November USDA shipment while experiencing more than double the need. And it's the same across the city. Dare to Care served a record 447 households last Monday alone, and St. Vincent de Paul's food pantry served a record 166 households last Thursday.
We're not in a sustainable model right now, because our neighbors are donating and bringing in, but people are feeling very stressed and wanting to make sure they have what they need.
While Burton says they have enough food to last for at least a month, he worries that even when the government reopens, the increased need will still be there.
If SNAP benefits are partially funded, it does help because people will get some money toward groceries. But if they were accustomed to getting $120 a month and they got $60, that's still $60. The difference is being made up with food pantries.
Now, part of this bill that the Senate is discussing does include fully funding SNAP benefits through fall of 2026, but there's still a few more things that need to happen before that comes to fruition. Meanwhile, a judge in Rhode Island did rule that the Trump administration needed to fund SNAP benefits in the month of November, but the Trump administration did appeal that decision, Rick. So right now, SNAP benefits in November are in limbo.
All right, we did the story at 5, Addie. Some states are still funding SNAP despite the administration's order.
That's right, Rick. And actually, Indiana is one of those states. Earlier today, Governor Mike Braun did mention that they would be partially funding SNAP benefits, and some Hoosiers could get that funding as soon as tomorrow. Now, as for Kentucky, Governor Beshear did announce last week that they would also be partially funding SNAP benefits, but we don't have a date on when that funding will come in.